Yo, 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 Scale Schemers, welcome back. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video slash stream playing some Hardened scales. Today, I'm gonna play the same deck as last time. I wanna do a small experiment though. I've been thinking about the card Shrapnel Blast. Obviously not the easiest to cast. We have not that many red sources. I have my 2 drums, so I'm gonna put one of it in the sideboard. It's pretty good against Karn the Great Creator, just kill him with it. Can also kill creatures that we like dismember for. And maybe sometimes even just do the last damage to your opponent that you need. So I'm just gonna try it. Maybe it's bad, maybe it's good, we'll see. I'm gonna drop the Void Mirror, I think. Didn't particularly love it last time. We had it in the sideboard, so maybe I won't miss it, we will see. Magic Online, for some reason, once again decided to reinstall itself. That's getting really annoying every time I have to change all my settings again. But I think we got it again. And let's jump into the leagues and see what we can do tonight. Last time we played, we got 2 3-2s. And usually that's my goal. Oh yeah, see? Everything's reset again. Hella annoying. But of course, 4-1 or trophy is even more better. It always depends on the matchups and on the luck and how well I play, of course. So anyway, see you round 1. Okay, let's go. First round in the draw against Kotka. Let's see what happens to us tonight. Ugh. The old one-lander. In my old Chris-1 fashion, I would keep it if I had a green source, probably, maybe, on the draw, but not without it. Like, the Ancient Stirrings can be land if you can cast it, but... Man, I have the cat Ancient Stirrings. It's cute, but I usually prefer original artwork. Okay, another one-lander, but we have Drum and 2 Ancient Stirrings. I think I'll put one of them away. And see what we can do with this. It's not exciting, but better than going to 5. So, what are we up against? Polluted Delta Gaming. Probably just scam or blue-black control. Okay, we did find land, that's good. Let's play the Ozolith out, like our best card, in case they have... I guess we're not getting Thought Seized, but you never know. Could also get counterspelled later on, I guess. If it's blue-black control, I've learned to love that matchup. Okay, blue-black-red. Just the scam deck without a turn 1 play, usually, probably. The scam deck has no basic mountains, I think. Oh, okay. Maybe it's Chand. It's a Saga Ren and 6 dot deck. Faint Tutor? Then it's probably the Reanimator deck. That is scary. Basically a goldfish type game. Where you have to kill them. Which we might do. Hopefully we find the land, otherwise we have to fish with Stirrings. We can't really play everything here that we want to play, but I'm gonna go Drum, then Worker, then Hardened Scales. I think we have to try to kill them before the Tutor and the Saga goes off, because then otherwise they probably unroll us. Should have done this the other... Usually you want to do it the other way around. They have no mana open, so it probably doesn't matter, but... Play Drum first and then your creature, because if you play the creature and then the Drum, they can kill the creature before the Drum resolves. And if we find the land, I think we can Ink Moth them. Question is if we should. Depends if they tap out or not. It's a bit scary, okay. We could go for the kill here, but they can have Fatal Push and then we're sad. Because we would sacrifice Ravager and Worker. So like the way this goes is play Ravager, it has 2 counters. Sacrifice Worker, Ravager goes to like 6. It's definitely an easy turn 3 kill, but... How does the modern Reanimator deck look like? Do they play much Okay, this is some old shit. Something new. Oreos. Maybe they don't run any removal in the first game, like it's a combo deck, right? You never really know though. 2 fatal pushes in this list. Should we just go for it? Like, next turn they can Saga for the discard outlet, Profane Tutor for something else, and just Emrakul us. We could also play through that. We have more than 6 permanents. Two fatal pushes in the main deck. I feel like we just try to kill them, and if they have it, we're kinda sad. Because then we don't have the 6 permanents anymore. Let's go for it. Pausing here means they might have something. So, what if we only sacrifice the Ravager? 2 becomes 3. And yeah, we definitely have to sacrifice both our creatures. I don't like going for it into open mana, but sometimes you kinda have to. We put that here. Doesn't really matter, I guess. But against the combo deck, they might not have any removal. Yeah, we have to sack the Ravager too. Put the 4 and another 4 here. Alright, if you have it, you have it. Nice, easy turn 3 kill. This is the hardest part of piloting this deck, and it feels a little bit cheesy to look up deck lists when you're playing online, but it's like, you know, I'm preparing. If I actually want to go to a big tournament, I need to have these things in the back of my head. What kind of decks should I expect removal from game 1, and what kind of decks should I not? Anyway, we got a lot of sideboard stuff. Void Mirror could actually work against the Profane Tutor, but we took it out. We still have 4 graveyard hate pieces, even though Relic is... Oh, it's still good. Needle against the Underworld Cookbook, which they usually use to discard stuff. Take out the Patchworks. One of these. One of these. Do we want the Forces Vigor? They have what's the Sagas and stuff. But then we don't want to take out too many green cards. Do we want the Welding Jars? Haywire Might is actually good against it's a Saga 2. I guess we play that. Opponent plays the combo deck, but we had the faster kill. That's actually so impressive of Hardened scales, you know. Welding Jar can be good. They have like sideboard stuff, I guess. It always depends. Stony Silence. I saw here, this looks like a black-red deck though. Like, this is not one of the most well-known decks, so you never really know anything here. Goryo. You never really know what they run. They could have engineered explosives. Maybe we play one shot. Sometimes on Magic Online, before I start these leagues, I go to the open play and create a single player game and just try to goldfish for the turn 3 kills as much as possible. It's really fun to do. Pretend the opponent doesn't do anything, and you kill them on turn 3. And it makes it easier to spot these turn 3 kills. And usually what you need is some piece of acceleration, some piece of engine, a win condition, and a Ravager. That's the easiest way to do it. Here our acceleration was the Springleaf Drum, our engine was a Hardened Scales, and we had Ravager, Worker, and our win condition was the Inkmoth Nexus. This doesn't have any of that, but I think I'm gonna keep it. If they go for the Urza Saga, we just kill it with Haywire Might, which is pretty good. Also, that deck probably runs Thoughtseizes. How does the list look like? Like, Thoughtseize I definitely expect from a black combo deck. Yargle and Multani. That is insane. So I'm gonna keep this because if I mulligan towards a graveyard hate piece, they just Thoughtseize it away, and then it doesn't really make much sense. So we try to find something with the Stirrings, kill the Urza Saga with Haywire Might, something like that. Mountain Cookbook, okay. We could also kill that, but not on turn 1. So I think I'll just stir. Nothing too good, but the Ravager is a win condition. Definitely not a turn 3 kill this time, but we can maybe get a turn 4. If we survive long enough. Walker can make it so you still have permanents after Emrakul, but not like that many. We might get Emrakul here. Okay. Which wouldn't be the worst, honestly. We would go to 5 life and lose 1 land. I think I wanna Haywire Might the Cookbook. Take away. I mean, they could in response, but if they do Emrakul, they need to have this around. Let's just take it away. Like, they can't put Emrakul in the graveyard and keep it there. God, Atraxa, I guess they can. Which is beatable. Good, but beatable. I'm not sure how good this play is, since, like, we do give them a lot of time, but not like we can do a lot more. Anyway. Best draw is Hardened Scales or Ozolith to use our mana. Because if we have that, we might kill them on turn 4. Play Ballista and Hardened Scales. Then play Ravager and Walker, which means Ravager would go up to, yeah, like 8. We could make a 10-10 Ballista on turn 4 in case that happens. Did we achieve something with our Haywire Might is the question. Deck is scary. Okay, now they have another Cookbook. So, basically didn't do anything with our turn 2, as said. They just need... Anything Needle, sure. They just need in their hand either a Reanimation card or a Fetty, because they tutor against them the other one, and they already have Discard Outlet. So we want Needle. Or Graveyard Hate piece. Second Ravager, and they already named it with their Needle. I guess we play the Walker because... Does it even matter? Maybe it does. Because if they kill it, if they Emrakul us, we get a 1-1 for whatever that's worth. We could block and not take any damage. But at that point of the game, that would still be a pretty game-winning line. So this game's not looking good for us. I could have mulligan, but I don't like that against decks with Thoughtseize. Yes, Urza Saga would have been good, because then they can't get Thoughtseized, and they can get on turn 3 a Relic or something like that. Maybe your opponent doesn't have the combo. 3 cards in hand and taking that time on the tutor here. Urza Saga. Third Cookbook. If only we had a Needle for that instead of Haywire Might, that would have worked out a lot better. Buried Spellbomb. Looks like they didn't have any combo in their hand. This needle is annoying. Because without our Ravager we can't even kill the opponent soon enough. I wish I saved my might, but like not like I knew they had multiple cookbooks and a needle. So what do we do here? Could play 2 Ravagers. Doesn't do that much though. Play 2 Ballistas. Could save up Pendelhaven activation and uptick that and play 1/2 drop. I guess the opponent needs to top deck a threat. I don't know what they got of Profane Tutor, but they probably now have Goryo's Vengeance in hand. I don't have any other card in my deck to get rid of this Pithing Needle, which is annoying. So we are like really slow this time around. Need like we don't have an engine and a way to kill stuff. Wow. I thought I could make a 5/5. So I guess we don't do anything. Do that now so they can't Spirit Spellbomb me before it gets its 3rd counter. I think we can beat Construct. Just don't wanna die to the Reanimation combo. I think I should put in the Forces of Vigor. Opponent has a lot of artifacts. Maybe I should have known, but... What did they just get? The last cookbook, nothing else in the deck to get out. What a game. Since Ravager is turned off, I might as well block and get my modular value. I think we win by making some Thopters, hopefully. Lightning Bolt, okay, sure. Can't prevent that, but get 3 Thopters. Okay, a bit late, but still does some stuff. Why do they move? First they're not grouped, but then when some of them are tapped, they are grouped. That makes no sense. When try poisoning them with Haven Protected Inky, and that takes 5 turns. So I hope to kill them before that win condition would kill them. Also, if I Pendelhaven Mank Moth, they can in response spellbomb me. It's a bit aggressive. Maybe you didn't see the needle. I can't Arcbound Ravager. So there's not really any way to kill them fast. So I hope this Ballista doesn't die, and they're sort of dead on board, so they gotta do something here. I feel like I should have put the Ravager counter on that other Ballista, because if they spellbomb it, I still have Pendelhaven up. Let's see what they do here. I think I just attack with all and make them have something. They take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I have 6 Ballista counters, so they have to do something right now, or they're dead. Can they gain life somehow? I guess they can make a food token. So I should have pumped, maybe. Can level up a Ballista, though, so when they use their mana, they still die. So they can gain 3 life, but in response I level up the Ballista and... well, I can't do that. I should have used Pendelhaven here to deal 1 more damage. Yeah, I forgot about the food tokens. Like now if I shoot 6, I don't have any Ballistas to put a counter on. Now if I activate Ballista, they can gain life in response, I guess. So it's the best move. They can gain life in response and then I kill them. They would have to have what? Let's just do this. Yeah, they have to respond now with the food token, and I mean that can happen. They just have to crack the food token and then I kill them. They had a Leyline of the Void, wow. So much hate. Yeah, they were hoping I respond to them making a food, but I don't care about multiple food. Kraganwick Cremator. Discard a card at random, this damage equal to the card's power to target player or planeswalker. Now I have 7 counters, so I just kill you. Because you don't have 4 mana. Does this go wrong somehow? Would have been better to handle Haven in combat, but I think this works. Are they hoping I mess up or something? I don't know what the last card could be, but I'm pretty sure they're dead. They're hoping I press OK again and give them another turn, give them an untap. It's not gonna happen. Like, why else would they... Okay, that doesn't do anything, does it? Like, I have 1 more than I need anyway, and I can still now Pendelhaven if I need to. Yeah. Thankfully, I have enough now. It was actually exact C's. Nice. Yo, that was sick. Opponent just never found the combo. They had a Profane Tutor and then it's a Saga. But they couldn't get a reanimation spell or something, I don't know. Anyway, we got it. That's sick. See you in the second round. Okay, on the play against Cannabis Boy. Beating Reanimator feels great. Who's the better combo deck? Okay, it's one of those hands. 3 Shattered Spires though. If those were better cards, even if they are green cards, I would keep this, probably. But 3 Shattered Spires and no green mana, even though the left side of this hand is sick, I'm gonna mulligan it, sadly. This works for me. Anyway, welcome Captain Dukas and Jonaso, the chat room. Let's have a great night playing some games. Probably Yagli in hand for Cremator, but 1 land shot and you had over 20 life. What does that do? Oh, is Cremator equal to damage equal to the power? I read it, but I didn't actually read it, I gotta admit. Discard a card at random and deals damage equal to the card's power to target player. Okay. So if you discard the Yagli, you deal 18. Yeah, we were at 22. But they had 2 7/7s, so we would have died, I guess, if we didn't kill them. Because they did have the Kragan Wick. I could only block 1 construct with the Inkmoth. And they had Parrot Spellbomb. I did have Pendlehaven. But we still were kind of forced to make a move, I think. Alright, we keep this. Opponent Mars. No, begins with 7. I'm gonna ship the land. Poseidon can be a land or a spell. And unknown opponent. I'm not gonna play the Urza Saga, I think. Urza Saga obviously enables faster plays, but in mid-range matchup you want the ability to make your constructs. Let's play that. It's not the best to have a modular creature out and nothing else, but sometimes I like making 1/1 trades and then go into Saga construct mode. Bloodstained Maya. Pass this the turn. Is it all the game? Wailing Jar is nice. Let's see if they want to respond to it. Okay. Urzers Sagar. Akbandara Vagia. Attack for 1. The Dasher Ragavan, I think I might just take that. But not sure yet if it's the old scam deck, but Voidwalker would be annoying, always annoying. But usually we can play through it too. What is that? Oh, it's a swamp. Why? I don't like these lands. Their card is too red for being a swamp. Is it mono black or something? There is the old Voidwalker. I could in response make Ravager a 3/3, but that doesn't really make much sense, so let's just... Yeah, I guess we attack for 2 and make a construct, because this is Shadow. If they have Blood Moon, it's annoying, but not like the worst. I do wish I played Ancient Stirrings if they have it. I could float a green and kill it now. But Urza Saga still goes away. But I think I kinda have to do that. Maybe, probably. So the Urza Saga dies anyway. I can make a 4/4. Or I can kill the Blood Moon with Boseiju to be able to cast my Ancient Stirrings. What's better? Like, I can still draw Forest or Springleaf Drum. And at 15, I might just try to raise them. I can never kill the moon later because I don't have green mana anymore. So I cannot cast this or channel this if I leave the moon around. I mean, I can draw one of my 5 natural green sources. If I just make the construct, it's bad against Fury, because if they evoke a Fury, everything dies. I guess I have the Welding Char, but let's do the Boseiju, I guess. I'm going to lose Utsu Saga for no value, but it's possible. But if they have Fury, I don't, so because then they can do 3 damage on the construct. I could regenerate it, but one of these still dies, and then the construct is only a 2/2 plus maybe a modular counter. Oh, I had a legendary creature, so I guess I overpaid for that, but I'm not using my mana anyway. Yeah, that's the Fury. That's fine though. We regenerate 1 creature and put a counter on the other. 2 on each. I don't even need to regenerate then. Sacrifice this. Put 2 counters on the Ravager. Oh, I don't get a modular, so I do have to do this. Now we just need to draw spells, basically. We can cast anything but the green cards. Oh, they failed push too. Alright, Undying Malice. Oh, that's pretty sick. Now we are out of stuff and they have a 4/4 double strike. The thing about this deck is, usually I don't mind playing against it. It's a pretty good matchup, but they have some draws where it's just where I just get bodied, like this one. Cycle this thing is we draw like what's the Saga. Ugh. I think I'm just gonna concede. This kills me in 2 turns anyway. Save myself some time here. I like these as answers to the Void Walkers and reanimated things. You could play Relic, but I don't really want to take out too much. Even the Patchwork and the Welding Chars are good in this matchup. I guess I take out some green cards, because they're not the best against Blood Moon. I don't really need answers for Blood Moon. Generally, I can beat it, and I have done that before many times. I think I also don't want my graveyard hit, just want my removal spells. I do think it's an okay matchup. Like, this draw was crazy good. Void Walker on the field and then Blood Moon plus kill my board plus a 4/4 double strike is gonna be above average. Yeah, that's a test for me today, an experiment. I didn't love the Void Mirror in the sideboard, so I'm just trying out the 1 Shrapnel Blast. See, because it can kill Khan, the Great Creator, and the creatures that annoy me, pretty good. But also, of course, it costs red mana and 2 mana, and you have to sacrifice an artifact. The cost is kinda high. There can be spots where it's an upside to sacrifice an artifact. Say you have an Ozolith out, and you just wanna like kill them, but many times could be bad. But I just want to try one out today. Sometimes you also can blast them in the face for 5 and kill them, I guess, so it has ups and downs. Galvanic Blast. Yeah. You don't have Metalcraft every time though, so not a clear winner, I think, between those two. Alright, I guess I keep that. I don't like mulliganing towards something specific and then getting it seized away, so the walkers are good. The walker is good, especially if I can dismember the Void Walker. But no turn 1 play, of course, is not optimal. They're doing the grief thing, which is annoying. Like, I could dismember it now, but then they can in response reanimate it. So maybe this is one of the times where the scam deck just has the perfect draws and we die against it. I'd be fine with that, I guess. But you can beat the reanimated grief. It's not impossible. Would be better if we had an Osolith out or something. Why is this card purple? Is purple the new black? You gotta take Walker, I think, yeah. I didn't have my dismember anymore because they just resolved the Thoughtseize effect first and only then cast their Undying Malice. Alright, I'm gonna hope to draw land. I think it's better than just playing the scales. Could be bad. Like if they have Thoughtseize, I wish I played my scales. This is why the combo is so good. It beats a removal spell in hand. Because you can choose how the triggers go on the stack. If you click them wrong, you can't do the thing that I just mentioned, but if you click them in the right way, the evoke trigger is on the bottom of the stack and you can first Thoughtseize me and then afterwards cast your Undying Malice. No removal spell plus no Void Walker plus drawing a land. And we have a shot here. Okay. I guess still not the worst if we do find the land. Osolith, okay. Hopefully they don't have Heated Sugus too. The card is the worst. Blood Moon's okay. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is also okay. Heated Sugus. Consume Soul is GG. Right. I think I play Ravager. Sadly, we didn't find our lands, so we cannot yet kill them next turn. To block this Shaman, otherwise I kinda die in 2 turns. I feel like it might... If we go to 5, I guess I can still block it next turn. And that's better for me. Alright, whatever. We have only a very small chance to clutch this out anyway, so we have to get lucky. Is last card a reanimation effect? That would be GG in any case. Well, the ballista would have gotten bigger if we didn't block. Okay. Yeah, nothing matters now, I guess. Since they had, like, look at this hand. double grief scam thing. But if that didn't happen, we could cast the ballista and sacrifice the Ravager, modular 3 onto it, Osolith 3 onto it, and it would be an 8/8 ballista and clear the board. Alright. You can't beat some of the hands of the stack, that's why it's good. And moving on to the next match. At least it was quick and painless, I guess. See you round 3. Third round, we go first against Darth Panda. One's a bust, 2 it's a Sagat. In the welding chair. It's one of those hands where in some matchups it sucks and in others it's great. We're gonna be Thoughtseize proof with this hand, which is kinda sick. Let's play the Grove, so if we find a green card we can just play it on turn 2, otherwise we do nothing on turn 2, but whatever. Then we start making like some constructs and see if that's good enough in this format. If we play against a fast deck, it's not gonna be good enough, and we might die. Mishra's Bobble as your first spell, or as your first play. Sure. Looks at my library. You can concede at any time if you want to. God damn it. The invent. And passes. Maybe not. The old second main thing spell. Well, we're gonna be good against counterspell with this hand. Ooh, there's drum too. Now I kinda wish I played my Nutsu Saga on turn 1 already, because with drum we could at least get one construct out of that too. Why are you cracking it in my draw step? What's the point? Some gamer play that I'm too bad to understand. It has to be draw step. Let's regenerate. Yeah, the construct plan might actually be good here, we'll see. If they get a really fast Murktide, maybe not, but the Issa deck isn't that fast. And if they want to 1-for-1 us all the time, really sick. And if they have counter spells in hand, well, joke's on you. Das ist bei Ablav-Kanal. The Dragon's Rage Janilier. Yup. We do have the ability to produce a flying creature, I guess. Do you want to attack? They might. They could consider get 2 Surveils and produce Delirium. So the attack is bad in that case. Let's not. The chances are actually probably not that bad that they find the Delirium here. Okay, there's another instant and another artifact. Didn't find it, I guess. Let's see if they can beat the value from towards the sagas. We have nothing else. Hilarious. So many Mishra's Baubles, that's all of them. Doodle doodle. They could play Murktide here as an 8-8. We might beat that, we might not beat that. Here it comes. 8-8 flyer versus the world. 4 Mishra's Bauble in the graveyard, just as God intended. This is beautiful, I gotta say. Okay. Only Urza Sagers. This matchup is weird. It's definitely winnable, but it's also super scary always. Can you get your Delirium opponent? Only one card type. Preordain's good for Delirium, right? They didn't have many sorceries before that, only the iteration, I think. But obviously it doesn't surveil, but still. Surveil puts one on top, and then Preordain puts one on top and one on bottom. Might as well just cast Sleight of Hand if you put one top, one bottom. Ragavan, Surveil. Now you just need to crack a fetch land. Oh, this deck turtles so hard. We've drawn only mana sources this game. Drew a Springleaf Drum and Urza Saga. One top, one bottom. No fetch land, so Channeler still not. Okay. Ragavan, hardcast. Channeler still not. Delirious. I can block with Sabaz, which means I get a modular and an Ozolith counter. Yeah, definitely doing that. We can also jump block with 2 Inkmoth Nexi. Or like twice with 1, not with 2 at one time. Like, I think we're winning this race for now. So let's see what happens. Skills is a card that exists. Okay. I can make a construct now and animate my Nexus to add 4 damage. They would go to 4 life. Can we die if we do that? Like, we wouldn't really block then. We take 8 plus 3 plus 2 is 13, but we're at 20. Or we hit them for 13 and have at least 1 blocker up. I guess it's better. It's a bold move not to block here, TBH, but we kinda just need to live this turn. We can grab another Zabaz off of this, which distributes a shit ton of counters. I'm playing Shadow Spear now. I've decided I don't need it. Never really needed it. Sometimes it's a race, of course, and it could be good, but most of the times I just don't need it. I have 3 Ozoliths instead, because I just think it's so good that I want it every time. Expressive iteration! I also have 2 Springleaf drums, so I'm slightly off how most players build it, but it's been pretty good for me this way. I like to have my personal touch, I guess, like most Magic players. Be a little bit edgy. The cool thing is sometimes people still have to be afraid of the Shadow Spear. So it can still affect how the opponent plays even if you don't even have it in the deck. Something to think about. Opponent's really considering this anyway. They can't. Anyway, they don't die next turn. Expressive Iteration in exile. Are you gonna cast another one? Wow. You just die, don't you? Like if you don't have mana up, I guess you can play another blocker. But I think I can even make a lethal Ink Moth here. They do have a flying blocker though. Like technically I could grab Ezobaz, which is 2 counters. Destroy it, modular 3 on Ink Moth, Ozolith 3 on Ink Moth. That's already 7. Could destroy that. Guess it's only 2 more. Finally finds Fetchland, Counterspell in exile, so they're not playing that. Down to 3 life. What is the last card? Well, not the last card, but the one card you can play. I guess a... What's the removal spell? The Delirium card? Unholy Heat, yeah. Kills a construct. Sadly, I can't prevent that even by animating Nexus. So I guess you have to double jump block and hope to kill me with the Murktide, but I have 2 blockers. Maybe even 3 when I grab Ezobaz. If I drop a Ballista, they're just dead. So like, in this spot, having Shadow Spear in the deck would mean we win straight away, but we might still win. Okay, Ravager also means we can just kill them because all the creatures can become lethal in combat. Nice draw. Delay. Exit and DRC. I guess the Unholy Heat made them not dead on board, but... Now, if I play this Inkmoth Nexus, I have to be careful not to... Like, we just tap the one that is newly controlled and cast a Ravager. Then animate this one. And now I have 3 lethal threats and then 3 life. Oh, they have 2 blockers. Like I just need to sack the Ravager and put the counters on Nexus if that goes through. It's already on 7 anyway. Alright, nice. This matchup is hard, so winning game 1's super good. Relic's pretty good. The other Graveyard Hate not so much. I guess the Jailer means that Expressive Iteration is worse, but I don't think that's worth it. Can play some of these if we want to. But we don't really have much that's like bad anyway. Even the patchwork does work in the matchup. Could take out some of the stirrings for some of these. I don't think this member's worth it. Maybe the blasts could blast them dead. Take out these. I think I'll just try the blast because why not? We brought it in, might as well try it out. Am I concerned about any piece? I don't think so. What could blue-red have? Blood Moon? Can be the Blood Moon, right? Maybe, I don't know. Usually you can. Like, they would have to spend 3 mana, which is a lot for the blue-red deck. Here with the Gemstone draw, it's quite a combo with the Blast because it gives us mana of any color. Keep that, put that in. Exile. Any good, exile the Blast. I want the Scales, I want the Saga. I want both Zabazes. Your content is red, very fun stuff. Yo, thank you so much, Chuck. Alright, let's exile one of the Zabazes, I guess. Engineered explosives, I always bring in needle. Just for the explosives? I'm not sure. Like sometimes... Do they have multiples? Like then it's good, I guess. And are there any spell piercers in the chat? The Ravager. I'm still gonna cast my scales. Let's see. Okay. Playing out the creature is always bad because they just lightning bolt it. But we don't have another land and we kinda have to... Okay. Wow. Play the land untapped and have no spell pierce, no bolt, no unholy heat. What? Okay, there is the EE on one. That's quite annoying, but... This is what's happening now. Could go on the construct plan against it. Could play Stirrings and Ravager. I guess we make the constructs again. Like they're slowing both players down now. Which means I can take my time too. I don't know why they didn't play anything turn 1. What could they have? Like they played the Steam Vents untapped, most of the misclick or something. What would be a spell that they don't play against Hardened Scales and Sabaz? So I guess now they want to crack the explosives when I make the construct, so I don't get my modular value. They couldn't burst needle. What is this? I think you're messing, yeah. Yeah. I'm still gonna do this. They then crack the explosives in response and they get a 1-1. Oh, okay. Weird. I can get a welding jar, I guess. Or a second Sabaz put counters on construct. Lightning bolt, okay. Sure. If you wanna crack this, don't let me get a creature though. That's funny. I guess Char is good since it doesn't die to the explosives. Shouldn't have let me get those counters. Patchwork's a bit late now. The other cards are all good. Maybe it's just a relic, since it does draw me a card and it nerfs the opponent's creatures. Slow them down even more. Let's try that. Can also play that plus Ravager. I guess now the plan is to get them to 5 life, huh? Any Blood Mooners? Blood Moon doesn't do anything here, funnily enough. Except I guess shut down Handlehaven and any potential green cards I draw. Expressive iteration. Cool card. What is happening in the artwork? Is that Urza? No. Prismari students dance in the tension between passion and perfection. So the passion is the impulse draw and the perfection is the actual draw. Mira's Bobble has entered the exile zone. Are you missing land drops or? No, they're targeting themselves, so they're debating whether to fetch or not, I guess. Yeah. Didn't like what you saw. What are we doing? Upkeep step? Okay, what's a Saga is one of the not the best draws. Any spell piercers? Any counter spellers? I mean, this is pretty good since it nerfs almost all of the opponent's threats. Might pay for that even. That is fine with me. Now we hit them for 5. Probably. Like, they don't have Delirium, do they? Instant, Artifact, Sorcery. I guess there's a land, so if they have the Delirium spell, we could exile the graveyard in response and then it doesn't do anything. Okay, down to 12. I wonder if this Shrapnel Blast is gonna be good here. I feel like it's gonna do something, but I'm not sure if it's better than just... What did I take out in Ancient Stirrings? It might be. I hope your hand's full of counter spells against my Urza Saga. Now Blood Moon would actually do something, but... Okay. Yeah, that happens, I guess. Kill the land. Doesn't do much else. If we draw land, we go Ravager. Shrapnel Blast. Can we kill them then? Yes, we can. If we draw land, that we have him dead. Well, they could. They have a land drop. No, they don't have a land drop up. I think any land is GG. Like Ravager attack for 6, Shrapnel Blast for 5. Yeah, or a 1-drop artifact or a 0-drop artifact. Any of those. I guess Force of Negation could ruin the day. So, any land... Any of these, any of these, any of these. I'll take those odds any day, and otherwise they still go to 5 life. Lightning Bolt has entered the exile zone. Opponent cast instant speed, anticipate. Come on, give me the thing. Yes. That is so sick though. I even have my green mana now. What do I sacrifice just in case they have a Force of Negation? Yes. Oh my god, I brought it in first time and it immediately wins us a game. We might have won that anyway, but that was beautiful. Alright, moving on. Match number 4. 2-1 for now, it's not too bad. Okay, fourth match against Grappling Goa. With the no green mana draw, I think I'm gonna keep that. I can still get a drum if I really need to. It's one of those sketchy keeps, but I'm a believer. Opponent plays what's Saga turn 1. That usually means Amulet, Titan, or Amulet, or that Reanimator deck we encountered earlier. That is a hell of a scary matchup. We're also gonna try to go as fast as possible. With the right draws, we can kill on turn 3. We'd need lands, of course, and the Ravager, I guess. Like, this matchup is just a race, basically, at least in game 1. It's hella scary because most of the time they pack a lot of forces of Vigor from the sideboard too. Okay. That's not good. We could die next turn, but we could also not die next turn. Problem is we're probably not killing them next turn. We need land and a Ravager to do that. Let's see if they have it. Like, they can get a second Amulet, play a bounce land, make 6 mana, cast Titan, get 2 lands, double untap, probably get another Titan or whatever. 2 Amulets is so scary. And I can have 6 and see what happens. The Titan deck got so much better with Urza Saga and that other land that... Oh, okay. So they're not doing anything for now? 4 mana. Oh, the One Ring, sure. That's also a play you can make. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, the One Ring is also a good addition, since even if they don't have the combo, they can't die except if I have a ballista that kills them on upkeep. Oh, didn't find the land ever. Sucks. Guess we Ancient Stirrings for a land. Hope to find it. We can't attack here, or we can attack, but it doesn't do anything. But we're like so dead that nothing really matters. Even though now we have our engine going. I guess they didn't have a green bounce land plus a Titan, but now they draw a lot more cards and probably find that. And they can even get an expedition map. Or a third amulet. 3 amulets means you can like play every Titan and give all of them haste and double strike if you ever play one. Still need a green bounce land. They don't have it, really unfortunate. And they might die. There it is. Can't imagine not dying here. But we'll play it out just in case the viewers don't know how insane this deck goes with 3 amulets. You're gonna see it. It's friggin' crazy. Get Titan, get the Transmute land. Oh, Cultivator Colossus, okay. Yeah, that also does a lot of stuff. Especially with 7 cards in hand. That is a lot of triggers. Let's see if Magic Online can handle that. You draw the cards immediately whenever you put a land in with this trigger, which means as long as you don't fizzle, like, they can do this until they have 7 spells in hand. And I'm gonna concede though. Maybe I shouldn't have, but the chances they don't have a Titan 2 after this are like 0. We play Force of Vigor, Haywire Might. I guess we can play the Needle too. Don't need these. That. I guess we want our green cards for Force of Vigor, but these. Maybe we don't need the Needle. You also don't want to nerf your own combo. Could take out a drum though. Probably don't need both in this matchup. You could play the Dismembers to kill Dryads. It's always hard to say if that's worth it or not. Can be. You must submit like this. Hopefully we can get a fast kill. Like if we kill on turn 3... Well, now we have to be wary of the Force of Vigor now. Like this hand. Hardened Scales. Ballista doesn't really do anything, right? Guess that's better, but also not really amazing. Can't find my fast hands against the fast deck. But on 5 it's also not really easy to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep, I guess. They are down to 5 now. Maybe maybe they're gonna stumble and we can kill them. But to win on turn 3 we have to draw the Ozolith. Did I take 1 out? Ugh. That's why I like 3. Anyway. Like, say we go Inkmoth Nexus, Ravager, draw the Ozolith. Sacrifice Sebastian to Ravager. It doesn't quite do it though. There's only like 80 in fact. Forest. Okay. With this setup, when you also have Ozolith, you can animate the Nexus, sacrifice Sebastian to Ravager, Ozolith goes to 1, Ravager goes to 3. Sacrifice Ravager, Inkmoth goes to 3 or 4 power, Ozolith goes to 4, so you have an 8/8. You need 1 more artifact to sacrifice, like a Welding Jar or anything, the Springleaf Drum, to get to it from there. Alright. Looks like they are in turn 4 plan though, so... It's like +4 on this boss. Do they have Force of Vigor? Don't do it. No. Don't Force of Vigor me, okay. Put that here. +4. Because they do have positive vigor, but it wouldn't make sense to do it in response to Terrace Under exile target artifact. I hate that card. Why does it exile? I mean, in this case, it doesn't matter. But generally, like, why does a naturalize effect exile an artifact? Straight up naturalize with kicker and exile clause. Well, if I was expecting a removal spell, I shouldn't have played out second Sabas, but sometimes you just have to go for speed. This card is so hilariously good in the matchup, since it blocks anything. Ballista. Can't kill him though. I guess if they don't block, we kill them, but chances for that are pretty low. What is the biggest ballista I can make? Play it with 2 counters. Sacrifice Nexus for Ravager, it goes to 7. Yeah, you can make the ballista an 8-8, yeah. Well, they're not blocking. I guess they die then. Because I have the ballista. I mean, if they have positive vigor, then they don't die, but we have to go for it, I think. Two-turn clock. Becoming a 1-turn clock. And any forces? Okay, nice. You make me do it. Okay, nice. That was good. Go to your out. Like, they just needed to block and then maybe kill us next turn. They could get an Amulet of the What's the Saga. Is the Pithing Needle even any good? It does shut down the ring. I think we just want to go for speed. The removal spells can help when they have a blocker out. Question is, should we drop any other card for it? Welding Jar helps against Foster Vigor, not against Terra Thunder. Maybe people don't play Force of Vigor anymore. And we should just take it out. That's funny. Like at my FNM the other day, a guy had 4 Forces of Vigor, but people are always updating their lists. Alright, let's do it. Okay, we have 2 sideboard cards. I think we keep that. Force of Vigor is super sick. Kill an What's the Saga and an Amulet or something. Even though this hand does not do the job of killing the opponent. It's one of those awkward sideboard draws where you hope that's good enough and draw your win condition later on. Okay, that's late to the party. I mean, that's true. I guess you play the forces if you expect a really fast meta with lots of like hammer time. other Amulet and that type of stuff. Okay, Dryad means we can dismember. Not right now, but next turn, or in our turn. Adding on the hard, no Amulet plane. Do people still run that land where it turns 5 mana into 6 for green spells? Second Stirrings means we can cast one of them. Force of Vigor can also kill the Dryad. I think we want to dismember it. We got nothing going on for us, that's so funny. Ravager is something, I guess. I can see winning with Ravager, but and dismembering this card. So if we just pass, they can just play 2 untapped lands and cast the Titan, but at least they don't have an Amulet going. So we could just dismember the Dryad right away, or we can wait. They play a land that has a trigger, like Urza Saga, we can still do it. Alright, I'm gonna pass since I feel like we sort of gotta get lucky a little bit, just like the music says right now. If they play Urza Saga, it's really good. We kill 2 things with our force. They just play Forest, Titan. My gamble didn't pay off. Okay. Yeah, pretty bad. Oh, okay. Transmute, sure, so they get packed. Can't really do something here now. Amulet. Okay, so packed in hand and sadly we didn't. If this card was 1 card earlier, we could just hardcast our Force of Vigor. Something to think about, because we gotta put it in and have 4 mana on untap. Still gonna do this now. I guess I could do it on the opponent's upkeep still. In case I draw some other green card I wanna pitch rather than that. But it would get rid of the blocker. We can copy it. Oh, that is a good point. Yeah, let's do it now. That is a very good point. Now we just need like a Hardened Scales or an Ozolith, and we are almost in winning territory. Zabaz the Glimmer Wasp is a card ever. So they have the pact and an unknown card. Worst outcome, of course, is if they have another Amulet, but they would have just cast it, right? So maybe they top deck it and it's really bad for us. Now the question is, keep up Dismember or play the Zabaz. Guess we can keep it up. If they go for some sort of Dryad shenanigan, like Valakut shenanigan, having Dismember is good. Opponent learns. Like we still can't really kill them now. Play the Zabaz and sacrifice the work card. The modular makes Zabaz go to 3. Ravager goes to 2. Yeah, still don't really have a straight up kill. At least they only get a Titan with no one tap here. I think that is so much less scary. We could even try to do some Dismember shenanigan to get rid of the Titan. Does the deck run multiple of the Tolaria West? So they can, I guess they do, right? So they can chain Titans. This is a hard game. We are both like doing the slow thing. We need to top deck Hardened Scales or Ozolith and then we kill them. Sage of Winduas and Tolaria West. Please bounce land, okay? Bounce is probably the Boseiju, no, bounce is the Tolaria West. So we're still not winning. So we could go Zabaz. When you sacrifice the worker, the bus goes to 3, from Modular, Ravager goes to 2. When you sacrifice the bus, Ravager goes to 6. But we can't kill them, sadly. Interesting. Problem is, when we let them attack with Primeval Titan, they can bounce the Boseiju and kill something at the very least. So we could get a second Ravager. Like, they can just kill our win condition. They have to pay a pack trigger, right? So they have to pay 4 at least. But they can still do at least Boseiju things. I guess we get second Ravager. Don't think the might does much. I mean, we could try to bait them into blocking and then dismember the Titan. That would be kind of sick. Yeah, take second Ravager, say, okay, we are probably not beating Amulet. Didn't bait them into blocking, sadly. Hand is Tolaria West and now 2 unknown cards. If they play an Amulet, we're screwed, otherwise the game continues. I suppose Boseiju is a problem though. Because they can just leave it up. They don't bounce the Boseiju. I think we can infect them next turn. Like, barring any other removal spells too. But they're definitely doing that, right? I could dismember the Titan and block it. But they do have another Tolaria West, so it's not like they're out of Titans then. The other play is just hope they somehow don't keep up mana and we can kill them with Inkmoth. None of those lines really win the game, sadly. Let's take the 6, I don't know. I feel like no matter what we do, it's kind of bad. We need them to tap out of the Boseiju. Like play another Titan here or something. Sadly, they're not doing that. We would have to now bait them to use the Boseiju. If we use the Dismember and don't kill them, they can just get a Dryad and start Valakooting us. All of this is so hard. I think we only win if we bait the opponent into making a mistake, which is pretty bad, of course. But if we attack with all... Yeah, I think we can't just use Dismember on the Grazer since they have the Boseiju in hand. Yeah, really tough game. Cool, of course. The only way we win here if they don't block Ink Moth and use the Boseiju. But that's not gonna happen. Okay. Yes, I can make the Ink Moth a 3/3 just so the Grazer dies. I wonder if they have multiple Boseijus in the deck. Probably like 2. Yeah. God is so sick in the bounce land deck. Against our deck, sadly. Razor down, opponent at 15. This is a reason why the Titan deck is so good. It does grind the long game. There's just so much value in the 2/3 land drops. Oh, just another Titan in hand too. Doesn't even have to use the pact. Oh, you can. Oh, that's really sick though. You can slay a stronghold, bounce it, and use your land drop to play it untapped. That's really good. We would somehow need them to not keep up the mana for Boseiju. Oh, there's the Boseiju. Does that mean we are straight up dead? I think the Dismember saves us then. Which is kind of funny. Because it's like +1 life. But I guess they can just get another one. Because it would be exactly 14 here. So they need to grab a second Boseiju, which they're like 100% to do, right? Except if somehow they don't play a second one in the deck. There he goes, dang it. Opponent's too good. This is a really sick match though, but we're just ever so slightly losing to the Boseiju. Like, isn't it so cool that we can stay alive at one here? And have a win condition on board, but opponent has 2 mana to kill it. What if we somehow can produce multiple win conditions? Ah, dang it. If we had like a Hardened scales, this might actually... Like, if we somehow could make this Ravager big enough that it threatens lethal before they can, before we need to make a move. Yeah, tough game. Yeah, safekeeping would be sick here, right? Maybe I should have put that in. But I would have swapped out, what? The Dismember. Yep, opponent played it perfectly. Couldn't beat it. And we have one more chance, let's go. Alright, last match, let's go. We're on the prey against Pedro, DM27. Needling Boseiju could also be a way. That's right. I did take out the Needle, but it does some stuff against Boseiju. Didn't really consider that when sideboarding. 5 lands, one of them was Saga, Walker, Ballista. Like, I shouldn't keep these hands, but I'm a believer. Basically a 5 spell hand, 2 constructs, and Nosily, Thorazabaz, and these 2. Alright, let's play the Out the Forest in case we draw a green spell that we want to play in addition to what's the Saga on turn 2. Alright, what do we fight in our 5th and final round? Botanical Sanctum. I see that card and I'm immediately scared. All I can think of is like Neoform Grizzlebrand and stuff like that. Probably just Living End, right? Living End is an okay matchup. If we can somehow put an Arcbound Ravager on the battlefield. One goes to second main phase and thinks for a bit, that's funny. Alright, another land was like totally what I needed here. Can you use my mana, please? That is so dumb. Like, if I would have clicked done here, I would have cast a Walker for 0 with 2 mana floating. The weird part about it is, usually, if you sequence it the way I did... Yeah, Living End. If you click your spell first and then click your lands, it puts the mana in immediately, but sometimes it doesn't. You have to be super careful there. Magic Online is definitely a software that exists. Did you know that? Alright, so now the cat's out of the bag and they're cycling main phase. They just didn't want to do it earlier. Are they looking for creep now? No, don't take my 1 spell. Honestly, the Walking Ballista is the worst card against Living End. But if they do just the turn 3 Living End here. Well, if I knew the matchup, I would have played Urza Saga earlier, because then I could do some stuff with Walker. And like get as a boss here, kill my stuff, or get a... Now get 2 Thopters, which probably doesn't do enough. Or a Thopter and the Construct. We even have the Agent. Guess we don't uptick. And make a Thopter and then tap it for mana and make a Construct. But none of that really wins us the game with having 3 lands in hand. Living End's a good matchup though, generally. Ah, the Grief doesn't do anything. Because we can also play out of the graveyard. I try playing paper more. What was the context there? I love online because generally get a lot more matches in the same time. Like if I go to FNM, I play 4 matches in 4 hours. On Magic Online I can play 10. It costs more money, funnily enough. I think it's just because the client is such a mess. What are you doing? Why are we waiting in my upkeep? Leaving animal on a tour without losing life. Yeah, sometimes you have those draws that are super. Dude, we drew only lands and a Springleaf Drum now. That's not gonna do it. But I did keep a 5-lander. Still. Sometimes you can just destroy living, and I've done it before. I hope they don't put in much graveyard hate like Leylines of the Void and Endurances. We have to, like, we can probably take one attack, except if they have Outburst. Right. Attack for 5. You can take 6 and 5 and 3. I guess we can block that. Take 12, 17. Let's see, Narcon, yeah, sometimes happens. Like sometimes if you have a Ravager and an Otolith, and maybe he has a Buzz, then you have more stuff than them after the living end goes off. But this draw is this draw is not doing it, sadly. Do they have a flyer? Looks like no. But I got no stuff going on, sadly. This gets trampled too. So if they have Outburst, everything is 1 more power too. How much do I need to block to survive there? Maybe 10. If I only block like this, I would take 11 plus 7 is 18, so that is death through Outburst. But the Tramplers are not really the best to block. If I take this, and this, 7 and 6 is so much. 13 plus 3 is 16. So we have to block that too. Then we don't kill them though, right? If I animate this, the constructs live, but... So is the question is there a way to beat them pumping the team plus on blocks? This is the only block that survives Violent Outburst. We can animate Nexus so the constructs stay alive. And then we can draw an artifact and have 10 power on the battlefield. We do this 2 creatures. Alright, let's do it. The other line is, say they have nothing and we block 1 less and have confirmed lethal, but they wouldn't attack like this if we did, right? I guess. I need to animate this now because otherwise these 2 die. This takes 3 damage and also dies. Alright, so I need to draw an artifact. Otherwise I can hit them only down to 1. I guess they can cast a Grief as a blocker here. No, not a Grief. What can they cast? Okay. That's funny. Oh, that's also a blocker, yeah, sure. That makes sense. We would have had it, but now we can't do it if they just block. Still kinda close, even though we drew 7 lands and Springleaf Drum. Didn't matter though, like none of my decisions really matter. I think I played it well. They can still not block and die, I guess. Like if I animate both next Sai, they die. But like they played the agent as a blocker, so I don't know what's the hold up here. Maybe they are doing something else on the side. The deck is quite linear, at least game 1. Okie dokie. Still an okay matchup though. Soulless Jailer and Chalice helps against the Cascading. Gravedigger's Cage does not help against Living End, sadly. Relic can help though. Exile their stuff. Force of Vigor can help if we expect the Leyline of the Void. They do play that, right? To nerf opposing graveyard decks. Wait, didn't I click Modern? Maybe they don't have Endurance to take away my graveyard. There we see 2 Leyline of the Void. Don't think I want any Forces of Vigor just in case they have that. Core can do some stuff, like sacrifice something before the Living End goes off, but it's probably too slow. Once again, not a patchwork matchup. Take out one of these. Yeah, like these could be maybes, but I think I don't want to take out more. Ballista is actually not amazing in the matchup, since these are the cards that don't come back after Living End. But Walker at least generates value, so you can cut the Ballista if you want to. But I don't think it's better than any of these. Like, the cards I want to have are these, because they can destroy stuff and come back. Don't think I need Shrapnel Blast as another sack outlet. And the Chars can help against the Foundation Breaker and stuff like that. Okay, it's a good draw. No graveyard hate, but we can at least put stuff in our own graveyard and have our creatures be big. Oh, they do have Leyline of the Void. That sucks, because now I'm probably just dead. We kinda gambled them not having it. I didn't put in any removal for that. They're just on everything. All our death triggers and trying to bring creatures back. So the only way to win now is to raise them some way. Probably not possible. I guess we can draw our graveyard hate pieces now and they don't do anything, but they have answers for that. Forest cycling. I've had players somehow not find 3 lands. Since the deck now plays like 15 lands or something. Plus the land cycling creatures. Oh, I actually forgot that I had that. Well, now we have a plan. We can do channel for 1 mana. Yeah, so just play the Walker attack for 4. When they do the thing, we channel. Well, is Pulsator gonna save the day? So since I have a legendary creature, I can just tap for green and channel the Pulsator now. And we get 2 Thopters plus... I guess we can't... Maybe I shouldn't... Maybe I should kept the mana to destroy something here, but then we don't get Thopters. I don't know. We don't have an Ozolith out. It's kind of dumb actually. But then I don't play the Walker. I don't know. Sadly, the modular triggers don't do anything if there's not a creature in the graveyard. Only is it 7, so like possibly we... Oh, that's pretty good. Man, they got the mana to cast Dead Gone. Ah, that sucks. Now we get nothing. Getting kinda unlucky today. Just straight up dead to this. 10, 19. Yeah, I should get a second Boseiju, it's so good. They didn't have this Dead Gone. We could have attacked them for 2 in the air to 5. And make one of the... Okay, they have that too. Living End plus all of the interaction is insane. Didn't really have many outs there, that sucks. Generally, I love the matchup, but sometimes they have too much interaction. Same as with the scam deck that we lost to this league. I'm not gonna just take that though. We're gonna run it back. Let's try one more time, shall we? See you in the next... If you're watching this on YouTube, see you in the next video.